Yes, namaste, welcome back to the channel. Check it out, Money Flow Gang. Some of you have noticed I wear these shirts and ask me for some. We got some cool ones. What is this idea? What is this when I say Money Flow Gang? Hey, what we're fixing to do, you guys on YouTube, I'm gonna try to record my podcast at the same time. If it's weird, I'll just delete this video. This is just my vibe on how I do the podcast. All I'm doing is I'm looking for people who are looking for me. I'm just a guy. I became a millionaire, not through some crazy invention, not through building a big corporation, not through being super talented or any of that shit or some extraordinary entrepreneur, although I am an entrepreneur. The way I got there was just simply grinding and pushing, man. And that's all I continue to do every day. Could I retire now? Technically, yeah. I might have to downsize a little bit. I do live a little large, even though on my videos you see me dirty and covered in paint, working on houses, and you'll see me working on Saturday and Sunday, and I might go 20, 30, 40 fucking days. I'm gonna try to stop cussing. 40 days in a row, seriously, pushing, and then I'll take a week off, man. I don't have a job. I don't have a boss. No one tells me what to do in the morning. I write books, I try to sell them, I work on rental properties, I flip houses. No, I shouldn't say I flip houses. I will sell things to make money that I've had a huge gain in, just like stocks, and yet most everything is me just buying things and holding them and collecting money. And so what I figured out was this thing called what I call the Millionaire Blueprint. I try to explain it on here the best I can. I probably don't do a good job. But for some reason, some people relate to my videos, so I've kept doing it. I take a lot of heat. It's just fucking people typing shit, right? How hard can that be? But you know what I mean? People fucking with you, your appearance, the way you talk, the way you do things. Every day it's like, why aren't your videos edited? And it's like, dude, I'm not Grant Cardone, bro. I'm not trying to put you into a $4,900 course. I'm just telling you the shit I know free, or a fucking book. Like, how much is that? I don't want to get married. I'm not trying to start I'm not trying to bring you into a funnel where I just milk the shit out of you for a year. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm a normal guy. I got cat hair in. Jeez, I got a fan going out here to kill my cats were going at it. Honestly, I'd like to strangle both of them. So I've had one inside, one outside right now to calm things down. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start my podcast. Follow me, listen if you enjoy it. I spend most of my day talking about, hey, let's go, man, work. And then other part of my day is like, let's talk about flipping these stocks. Let's get in this buy. Do you catch $20, $30, $40, make ourselves a couple $1,000s and get out, or downsize the position and look for another deal and build out this portfolio of assets, and let's do it aggressively in our trade, and let's do it also in our buy and hold. And doing that, I've accumulated $1 million in the stock market. So I'm 51 years old. I got started on this game at 29 years old. I spent the first 2.5 years trying to get out of debt. That was my goal, man. I got to get rid of the debt, because I know money not going out is the same as money coming in. So I got to put this money to work, right? And that was it. I couldn't throw a football. I'm not the best looking. I'm not a good writer. I wasn't good at school. I don't have any high paying skills. I just taught my shit through books and YouTube. And I just worked, and and the businesses that I did run as an entrepreneur was easy shit, dude. Like a fucking lawn care business. Now I just got to outmarket everybody. Shit, I was in the marketing business, just like McDonald's. They sell shitty hamburgers. They sell a lot of them. I mowed a lot of yards because I focused on marketing, trying to get my custom lawn care in front of everyone and getting 50, 100 yards. And making as much money in cash as I could. That's all I wanted, so that I could take that money and buy real estate. And when I got the money from real estate, I started collecting cash flow. And when I could pull equity out of the house and not affect my cash flow, I would go and do it and take that chunk of money and go buy equipment for the business, or buy another property, or put it in the stock market. And I just kept rolling this I call it rolling money forward. And that's the Gerald Peters story, man. Just average blue-collar guy, every day waking up, dude, how can I get a little richer? How can I do what I do? And people say, well, what's your passion? Shit, man, I like making money. We could sell snow cones. I like marketing. I like entrepreneurship. I like working. I like getting sweaty and hot. And I don't know what that is. Whatever the fuck that is that's paying, let's do it. So wherever you are, with whatever you have, right now is how you start your journey. And we do it in my free ebook. First, we got to get your mind right. We got to get your buckets right. We got to get your money right. And we got to get you making money. Once you get that shit lined up, now we're going to go at this stock game, and I can help you with that, right? Now, anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. Let's get on the podcast. Hold on. I get to going. Let's hit the music. Yeah, bro. I got a buddy here. Hold on. So I'm going to hear music in my head. The part-time millionaire. See, the truth is, everyone is self-made, not just millionaires. You've heard that phrase, self-made millionaire, but the truth is, everyone is self-made. And inside of this idea that everyone is self-made, what you give away, you get to keep. What you give away, you get to keep. I figured out something years ago. You won't get more money until you get more of yourself. Meaning if you're not talented, if you don't have the ability to throw a ball or act or play in a band or you're musically inclined, you don't have some gift, you're not a virtuoso, you're not the best looking, you're not the smartest, shit, maybe you're not even middle class, maybe mom and dad struggled to pay the rent. I know my mom did. I was raised by a single mom. No hit on her, man. Shit. A lot of people blame their parents, and then as you get older, you realize, man, you ain't doing life so good yourself. Your parents aren't superheroes. Sometimes we think they are, like your dad's super smart. My dad was super smart, but it ain't his fault. It ain't his fault. You probably think like a wealthy person right now. I did, and I didn't have any of those things going for me, man, but I couldn't shake it. Books like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, they get up in your head, and I was reading those books before that book, man. And I was thinking like a wealthy person, I just didn't know how to express it, I didn't know how to live it, I didn't know how to do it, or push it, or be it, to be honest. But it was in my head, it was in my mind, it was planted like a seed. That's what attracts people to a podcast as bad as mine. It's terrible, man. No auditing. Why? Because I'm trying to put out a message and content. And yeah, maybe we'll edit it down the road. Maybe I'll do that to make it more palatable. I don't know. But right now, what I'm saying to you is that inside of you is a seed's been planted. And that seed is growth. That seed is abundance. That seed is opportunity. That seed wants to be pushed into the universe. And sometimes you'll hear me say, push your intent. That means grow that seed that's been planted in you, man. The majority of folks, though, they believe differently and opposite of what I just said. Opposite probably of you, because you're like me. You know it's something there. You know you're called for greatness. You know you deserve to have more. You just got to figure this thing out, man. See, the mass mind, or the majority of people, they've been programmed by a system to believe in shortages and lack and limitation. They've been programmed at uncertainty and struggle and constantly seeking jobs and turnover and oh me. Maybe it's because some guy's got $1 billion that I don't have more. As if that guy somehow showed up at your house and told you what to buy, where to live, the job to apply for, the girlfriend to get, like he had anything to do with you. And yet we blame him. Maybe, if that guy got taxed more, somehow it would trickle down to me, man. That the life preserver you're waiting on? Don't buy into it, man. It's a racket. Because the idea is wrong. It's a psychological racket designed to control and to intimidate the 93% who work for the 7% built the country. See, that 7% have a different vision of the world. These are the dreamers, the investors, the artists, the musicians, the sports people, the entertainers, the business owners, and stock owners. People who decided to break outside of the box of mediocrity and take that seed and plant it into opportunity that's found outside of themselves. Opportunity that exists everywhere. See, anyone in America, whether male, female, black, white, Hispanic, I don't care your social, can get rich in this country, man. 100%. And if you don't believe that, man, Jesus, get away from me, man. Shit's contagious, baby. I choose to believe in optimism. See, the one thing I control that you can't take, nobody can take, fucking government can't take, is my work ethic, my personal value system, and the shit that I believe. I could choose to believe some fucked up shit. I could choose to believe that if I got onto an airplane and smashed into a building, I would go to fucking heaven. That is the choice people choose. See, the difference between people and animals is we can train ourselves. You get to decide what shit to plant in your mind. It's true. Let me tell you something else, man. Are we recording, bro, or what? All right. Let me tell you something else, man. You can't attract what you don't respect. Most people are suffering from a belief based upon fear and doom. Social psychology, that is media, that the media subjects us to every day, and this is why I'm constantly saying spending any time or effort on politics is a complete waste of fucking time for you. It will not make you $1. It will not get you ahead, and I promise you it won't put any seeds of opportunity or positivity in your mind. It's just gonna be constant strife and struggle and fucking pain and suffering, and if these people would do this, I would have more. And that's the message, repeated over and fucking over and over and over. I can't get ahead. And yet inside of you has been planted a seed by the creator of the entire fucking universe right there that wants to grow, that wants abundance and wants more. Nature is a living example. Cut down a forest, let me know what happens. Shit comes back. And it's interesting because in the Bible, I don't see Jesus suffering. At one time, he was asked enough to make 5,000 lunches, and he just said, hey, go check the fishes. They pulled out some money. Loaves of bread would just appear in baskets, and you say, well, that's not real. I don't know, man, but it's a message of fucking opportunity. It's not the shit Fox News puts out. It's not the shit CNBC puts out. I know that. I know that. I know it's not the shit that I see on YouTube most of the time, the fear, doom, and gloom. Oh, don't think too fucking positive. You know, don't think that that maybe you have within inside of you the same seed of power that Steve Jobs, Einstein, fucking Trump, Obama, Martin Luther King, Gandhi had. God forbid that you get picked, man, that you could vote for yourself, man. Oh, no, don't do that. Don't vote for you, man. Don't empower yourself why? Because in the back of your head, there's this little thing that thinks, maybe I'll fail. And my new book I've been writing is the two selves, man, because we're bipolar inside of us. You know what I just said is correct. There's this, I can do anything you can do. I can do anything you can do. And on one hand, you tell your kid, you can do anything you want, man. You can be and become and go anywhere and do anything. Nobody says, no, you can't do that, Johnny. You're a second-generation immigrant. You're limited. Nobody says that. Even people that believe that shit don't say that shit out loud to children. What kind of person would do that? You're going to be in America from India and look at your kid and say, sorry, son, we're from India. You're fucked here. Nobody does that. Even the people that believe it. Why? Because they know there's fucking power in that. You put that shit in someone's head and watch what happens. But as adults, it's okay to program your mind. It's okay to just shit on your mind all day long with negativity and animosity and racism and sexism and whatever fucking ism you can lock onto that takes that other seed that was planted, the two selves, takes the one over here and fucking grows it. Let's grow animosity. Let's grow resentment. Let's grow that. Let's not grow the gold and fucking dollars and dividends and interests and stocks and houses and new businesses. Let's not grow that. Let's grow this fucking pain over here. And that's a choice. Human beings aren't like animals. You get to program yourself. And that starts right now. Psychological racket, the 93% work for the 7%. Where do you think my dividends come from? People spending money. And I'm not against people spending money, but you better spend it controlled. You need to get the buckets right because freedom comes from having finances, because finances give you options. Finances send your kids to school, pay medical bills, buy cars and houses and food. And if your first thought isn't about that, then you don't have the fucking tools and stuff that you need to take care of your family. And that's the fucking truth. And so you better be about that. And you brought children into this world, you don't have a fucking budget? Are you kidding me? You don't know how much money you have. You haven't looked at your net worth. And yet you have the audacity to have children. You have the audacity to take people and say, I'll take care of you. I don't know how much fucking money I have, but I'll take care of you. And it's somehow you give yourself an excuse to exempt yourself from being fucking accountable. 10th pillar of success. That's what I see. And that message right there is not for everyone, bro. Science of Getting Rich in chapter 6 says, when I say to you not to drive sharp bargains, I do not mean that you do not have to drive any bargains at all, or that you are above the necessity for having to deal with your fellow man. I mean that you will not need to deal with them unfairly. You don't have to get something for nothing, but you can give every man more than you take from him. Jesus gave 5,000 more. They said, hey, could you buy lunch? He said, I can do better than that. I'll buy 5,000 people lunch. The universe is abundant, man. That's part of the message of Christianity. People don't know it. Islam, Buddhism, that the world is abundant, and inside of you, you have the same spirit and what? As the creator, man. That's all religions. Let's don't get it twisted. And you say, well, I don't believe in God. Good, then you get to make the rules. Let me say that again. You say, well, Gerald, I don't believe in God. Good, then you get to make the rules. Make him up, bro. Shit, make up your own God. Whenever you say that, people go, ugh. It's like saying out loud, hey, I want to get rich, man. Who wants to get rich? Anybody? What are you doing? You buying any stocks? I ask people this all the time in public, and they look at you like you're weird. He's talking about getting rich. Why? Because they're not talking about getting rich. They don't know what the fuck you're even saying. There are people who listen, you can buy a stock and in 4 or 5 months, double your money. I do it all the time. You can do that. And there are people not interested. They're just not interested. They don't want to take a phone, click a couple things, and then 4 months later, their money doubles. They don't want to play that game. What happens? The moment I said that, there's a guy who goes, but what if it doesn't? Okay, so that's over here. Two selves, two sides. You get to choose. Which seed are you growing? Opportunity or fucking resentment, doubt, fear, indecision, and doubt, man. The three enemies, they're knocking on the door, bro. That's what the war's against. Fear, indecision, and doubt. Come on, man. Fear, indecision, and doubt. Well, what if, beep, fuck you. No, I am going to do this. Like, that's the attitude. You get to program yourself. You get to make it up. Everyone gets to make up their own truth. You cannot give any man more in cash value than you take from him. We're reading from chapter 6, The Science of Getting Rich. But you can give him more in use value than the cash value of the thing you take from him. The paper and ink and other materials in this book may not be worth the money you pay for it, but if the ideas suggested by it bring you thousands of dollars, you have not been wronged by those who sold it to you. They have given you great use value for such a small cash value. Shit, here, you didn't pay nothing. You know, my ebook, You Don't Have to Die Broke, is like free, man. Go get it. It's free. Click the link. The ebook is free. And if you want to help a brother out, it's $20 for a hard copy. That doesn't seem like much money. See, the average man doesn't have a working model of prosperity. Let me say that again. The average man does not have a working model of prosperity. In other words, the millionaire blueprint. On a day-to-day basis, life is kicking his ass and her ass. How do you say, what do you mean? You ain't doing no investing. That means life's kicking your ass. You're not stupid. You know you're supposed to. The universe planted a seed in you that told you this. You know this. This is how you get to a podcast like this. It's how you read a self-help book. It's how you begin to look at things, because that's nature. That's the universe going, hey, come here, dummy. You're supposed to get rich. Hey, in the Bible, God takes... Man, I ain't even got to what the podcast is about today. In the Bible, there's a, and you say, well, I'm not into God. Make up your own, dude. Shit, you ain't into God, make up your own. You got one anyway, it's a God of nothing. So shit, if you don't believe in God, make up one. In other words, create a life philosophy that you hold yourself to. Yours isn't dictated by the world or Fox News or CNBC. Fuck those people, man. Fuck them, fuck the government, fuck all those people, man. I don't need their help. Man, I don't need that shit in my head. Life's already hard enough. Life is unfucking fair, bro. Welcome to the world. Shit, lions die. Whales get eaten by killer whales. Shit happens in nature, man. Volcanoes go off. Tornadoes. Fucking shit happens. You better get used to it. Nobody owes you anything. You cannot attract what you don't respect. Most people suffering from a belief based upon fear, we're doomed, so psychology that media projects to us every day. That's interesting because I don't remember Jesus struggling when he was asked to make enough lunch for 5,000 people. And can anyone show me in the good book where man was supposed to? All I see is golden calves and fucking abundance and the land flowing with milk and honey. And it's the same in Islam and the same in Buddhism. What you think about, you comes about. And yet, in our world, we see it as different. Maybe it's the rich people. See, you can't have what you don't respect. So maybe it's those evil rich people that are keeping me. And so we be disrespectful, and we look at all this money and this wealth they've amassed, and this relationship of resentment begins to build. Then there's a system, a social corresponding philosophy that teaches us to fear power, and it's crazy to rock the boat, man. Hey, raise your hand. You need to go to the bathroom, you need to take vacation. Make sure you submit it. Get back in line and break out of your worry beads and hope that your 401k isn't gobbled up by some idiot that runs it. If you even know what's in your 401k, if you even know about the funds, what they're doing, and who the fund manager is, I'd be shocked if anybody on here who has money in a 401k even knows what the fuck it's invested in, who runs that, where that doing. Like, yeah, I bet you've done zero fucking research into the thing that you're putting your life savings in. You don't even know who runs it. I said that to a guy and he goes, oh, like, why would I know this, Gerald? I'm like, because you're putting your fucking life savings in? Like, who's running it, dude? Oh, I don't know, Fidelity. Well, okay, well, who the fuck is that? When did they start business? Who are they? Who the fuck runs Fidelity? Who the fuck runs Vanguard? You're putting your money over there. Do you know anything about it? Other than other people told you it was good? They said they were good? Go look, man. Who's running your fund? Where the fuck did he go to college? What kind of shit do they have in this fund? Go look. And I bet you're going to see, oh, Apple, Google, Microsoft. Hello, you buy that shit yourself, man. You don't need to pay some dude to buy fucking index stocks. You can do that yourself. I can give... Dogs of the Dow, inside my free ebook, chapter 10, I show you a path of how to take your time, treasure, talent, and as you make money, put it into the stock market in a logical way that makes sense. You're buying on the low, you're taking profits on the high, you're buying the highest paying cash flowing dividend stocks in the stock market, and you're just putting your money in there. And while you're doing that, you got charts and you're watching it go up and down, and you're learning a little bit every day. 2, 3, 4, 5 years into this, you get more money because your mind is fucking expanded and not focused on negative shit, and you get a new job or you start a new business or a side hustle or whatever. You got more money, you get debt free, you start investing it, and all of a sudden in about 3, 4, 5, 6 years, you got $500,000. I'm about to get $200,000 here shortly. I put a house for sale for $211,000. I bought it 16 years ago. I'm fucking harvesting. Seeds planted are coming due. I'm having $200,000 paydays, baby. I didn't go to college. I grew up with a single mom in a trailer park. I'm getting $200,000 paydays and I didn't do anything illegal with no employees. Think on that. Many people believe that only the greedy get wealthy and that power can never be manifested with integrity. Somehow I cheated somebody in my little 16-year grind. Man, let's tax that guy, man. Let's take from him. I know he's worked hard, fucking grinded, been a great landlord, went above and beyond because the science of getting rich teaches you should give people more in use value, made the house nicer than it's supposed to be, always paid his taxes, always paid his insurance, bought all kinds of shit at Home Depot, pushed intent into the universe, helped out the community, rehab, rescued a property. Let's tax that greedy motherfucker. There's people who think like that. See, you can't attract what you disrespect, and anybody who respected money would not think that the best use of my profits is to go into the fucking coffers in Washington. Crazy, man. The idea that profits would be taxed. Profits are taken from risk, and nobody's sharing the risk with you but you. Those poor people that want shit from you, they didn't share the risk with you. They didn't do that. They weren't the ones putting together the infrastructure to make that happen. That's you. You get up today. You get up tomorrow to decide what you want to do with the little bit of time, talent, and treasure that you have. And so you begin to take the risk of taking your money and working and sacrificing it and not spending it on yourself, but you begin to invest it and store it and build it up for your family. And there's other people that would look at that push, that grind for 20 years and go, he got lucky. That's the 93 percenters, man. But we're in the 7%. See, getting rich, becoming a millionaire, that's just a numbers game. You can just do the number. And you go, I'll put this much in a month. It's time times amount times yield. And you got time and you put in an amount and you have an expected yield. And we can start with the S&P 500, 9% a year, and put our money in and let it grow. Now, what if I can get more than 9%? Then you should do that, because now you can accelerate up the curve. This is one of the concepts people miss. And you say, how is that? Through amount. So if you create a side hustle that makes $1,000, what if you create a side hustle that made $3,000 a month and you don't use the money? You don't spend it on anything. You invest that shit every month. Guess what? You could buy a rental property every year. All of a sudden now you got a rental property, and guess what? The next month now you collect rent, you own the house, and you still get the $3,000. Play that fucking game out. That's what I did with real estate. I just kept buying houses till I got to like 15. Soon you're making $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 on your houses. You're selling one like I am now, and you're gonna clear what, $190,000? I'm a 1031 exchange that tax free into a $500,000 house. It's the roll up, man. As I roll in, I'm now rolling up, right? Same thing we do in stocks inside the Money Flow Trading Society. Many people believe that only greedy people get wealthy and that power can never be manifested with integrity. Chapter 6 of the Science of Getting Rich says, you cannot give every man more in cash market value than you take from him, but you can give him more in use value than the cash value thing you took from him. The paper and ink and other materials in this book are not worth the money you pay for it, but the ideas suggested by it bring you thousands of dollars. You have not been wronged by those who sold it to you. They have given you great value for such a small price. Give every man more in use value than you take from him in cash value, and then you're adding to the life of the world through every business transaction. Karma, baby. Many believe that money corrupts, it's evil, and surprise, struggling to pay off car debt and college debt and vacation loans and credit card bills is all part of normal life. It's all part of the plan. It's part of the plan of the downtrodden. So get used to it. Well, that's just nonsense. Let me ask you this, Mr. Socialist. If money's so bad, why do you work for it? And you say, oh, well, Gerald, it's okay. You're honorable. You're a good person if you work for less. Okay. If we're going to attach less money with more virtue, or I don't know. It seems to me whoever said money is evil was probably either broke or one can short of a six-pack. Money's good. Greed is bad. Never saw Mother Teresa giving money back. Shit. Churches just collect it. Why? Because God needs it. The universe needs it. I want to make a pile of money. Some think maybe you can't be spiritual. Look at Oprah. She seems pretty spiritual to me. Some people believe that everyone can't like you. Polarizing people like the Clintons and the Donald Trump. But what if think back in time in America, everybody loved Johnny Carson. And also, could you be any more generous than a guy like Warren Buffett? When he dies, all his money's going to charity, to the Bill Gates Foundation. And look at Bill Gates spending billions of dollars of his own money. The founder of Amazon, his ex-wife, has given away billions of dollars in money. And people will still say that, oh, they got another billion. As if giving away $1 billion was bad on their part. And it's like, you didn't give $12, bro. They're giving $1 billion. I don't care how fucking rich you are. $1 billion is a lot of money, man. A lot of money. I don't see you giving. A lot of complaining. Look, think with me. Making piles of money, and I mean filthy, stinking rich, is a good thing. I believe that. Now I want to take you back to Bill Gates. Before he was super rich, he was called Bill. Now, AKA William Gates III. See, as you get richer, they like to play with your name. They start adding titles to it, as if somehow, because you got so much money, you need a new name, man. We got to rebrand you. The third. The knight, Sir Bill Gates, Sir William Gates III. Right now, people call me GP, full auto. I can get people calling me Uncle G this, which they call Grant that, so it's kind of weird. I had a girl the other day call me Grandpa. I'm gonna let you know that don't make me feel good, bro. Being called Grandpa when you're 51 years old does not make you feel good when it's a 30-year-old woman. But one day I'll be filthy rich and they'll call me, what would they call me? Gerald Monroe Peters III. Something like that. When all you have, and we'll end with this, when all you have is hard work. A lot of people, I teach this push, grind, go, but I also teach use the mind, man. I also teach take your money and leverage it. So behind that hard work, you have in place a system, a mechanism, a strategy for expanding yourself, leveraging yourself through common stocks that pay cash flow, investing in businesses and growth stocks and assets when they're low, buying them to sell them when they're higher, to take that money and put it into other assets, right? So when a thing like Bitcoin, I've been telling people, you've got to, don't sleep on this, study it. It doesn't matter. It's not going anywhere. It hit $1 trillion. It's a big ass thing. It's going to stay around for a very long time. It'll go down and come up and you could build positions in it. It's an asset with limited supply. It's scarcity. You can borrow against it and the banks, it doesn't show up on your credit report. Think on that, what that could mean, man. That you can store some of your wealth. Yeah, it goes up and down, but who gives a fuck? Buy when it's down, man. And when it's up, we could sell some. Or what? Borrow against it, or just leave it be and just build it up and get richer and richer and richer. And it's something that's on your phone that nobody can get to, bro. Nobody. Hard work is an excuse people use who are too lazy to think harder. They're too lazy to think harder, man. Hard work is the warrior's prayer to himself. I tweeted that last night. If you don't follow me on Twitter at FullAuto11. Hard work is the warrior's prayer to himself. How could one become Bill Belichick, the Patriots head coach who would not stop winning Super Bowls unless one is burning the candle at both ends? I assure you, he's working harder than you. Everyone that you respect is possibly working harder than you. And if they're not, congratulations. I love you. But there's a flip side to that coin, because work is only work when you wished you were somewhere else. Translation, if you dig what you do, the line between work and play gets blurred, and we slip into what I call, and did some podcasts on this. I know they were kind of weird, and the way I was talking was weird, and how it was produced, it was kind of weird. But if you listen to that message, go back, it's called the Alpha Code. If you listen to that message, what I'm saying is what you do is so fascinating to you that it's what you do when no one's watching, man. I got into real estate. Real estate is a part-time millionaire game, man. I did real estate because I thought it was cool, man. I think it's cool. You own a house and they pay you money. It's never been work for me. It's always been a hobby. Stock trading's always been a hobby. Writing for me has always been a hobby. When I got into mowing yards, that was a side gig. Everything that has made me rich and brought me money and wealth was shit that I did in my spare fucking time, in my free time, what I did for free. Man, I taught stocks for years before anybody paid me. I wrote my book 5 years ago. Nobody bought it. It was 3 years later before anybody began to buy it, because I just hadn't found a way to push it into the universe. So stop needing to get paid to get that going. Stop waiting to get paid to get that going. You don't need a lot of money to start trading stocks. You don't need a lot of money to start investing. People are like, well, should I invest or trade? Both, man. Damn, what's it gonna hurt you to invest $100 today? Is that gonna be a big fucking life change? No. But guess what it does? It attaches you to the thing that produces the cash flow that ultimately can make you rich. So you own some of the ARK funds. You say, well, people act like they gotta do something with it, man. Hold it. Get used to that. Just being an owner of assets that produce cash flow that can appreciate. Like, just do that. Stop trying to be fucking fancy. You got people being fancy with timing and should I do this? Just fucking do something, man. Just fucking do it every day. Just have some balls. Like, fucking do it. Like, buy this shit and shut up, man. And go do it again and again, because that they cannot take from you. This here, this money flow gang, you know what that means? It's a fucking, you can't stop me from getting this money, man. I'm gonna do it every day. If it's $1 fucking, I'm getting some. Every day. That's how I think on it. There's no limit. I may not have any, but that's not because there's not more. There's more money than you can fucking imagine being emailed, text message, sent on Coinbase, sitting in E-Trade. There is more money on planet fucking Earth than you can fucking comprehend. They can just print it and make it up. So why the fuck can't you? Why can't we as a people decide that we want something and dedicate ourselves out of passion and know it's not work, it's what I do in my natural state. In my natural state, I am a fucking killer in this. And I don't get paid to do it. I do it because I want to do it. And the line between work and play is fucking gone. And I'm just me being me. That's how I got rich, dude. That's how I didn't have to fucking, I gotta think about it. No, I am it. There's nothing to think about. And when I got to there thinking like that, people say, well, how much you invest? All of it. What does that mean? All of it. You say, well, I gotta eat. Well, then take that out of it. Well, I gotta pay for this car. Good, take that out. Well, I get it. These are fucking decisions is my point. Meaning all of me, my mind, money, treasure, talent, everything I have is all in. It's all in. I got to decide how much not to put in. That's different than the guy who goes, let me figure, and what's left, I put in the fucking crumbs. I invest the crumbs. I put the crumbs in my business. I put the crumbs of time in my business. I commit myself with fucking crumbs. I want to do this, but I'll look at it maybe if my girlfriend lets me tomorrow on Thursday at 2 o'clock, I'll see if I have time. Instead of just being about that shit all the time. The guy says, well, how'd you get $1 million in stocks? I open my fucking eyes and I look around. And he says, well, what stock should I pick? I don't know. This is Apple, PE, Pepsi. I got $40,000 in that. Why? I drink it. This is not hard. I drink it. You say it's not that easy. Yes, it is. It is absolutely that fucking easy. That's why I yell at people. Dude, the reason I get mad is because it's that easy. You say, well, what do you think about gold? Buy some. All right, you got a little gold. Now watch it. Buy the whole goddamn planet, man, and watch it. And when that asset is on sale, buy a bunch of it. Commit yourself, putting it in and in and in and in. And then guess what? It's going to switch. The news cycle changes. Things happen different. Different effects happen. New technologies. People do this. There's fucking viruses and wars and famines and fucking the Federal Reserve changes interest rates and the game changes. But the game plays every day whether you do or not. And so tomorrow when you get up and you don't feel like it, good. I'll go get it. And people like me. That's what this is. A reminder to me. So when I began to put my trading group together, it's not to be the best one and this and that. I'm not competing with anybody else, man. I know what the fuck I'm doing. I know where I'm going to be. I know I'm showing up on Monday. I know on Tuesday where I'll be, where my mind will be, what I'll be doing. I know, because I've been doing it day after fucking day. And anybody else you're looking at probably hasn't. And I'll tell you this, I will out-fucking work him. Pick one motherfucker on planet Earth, I will outwork him. And you say, well, why is that something to be proud of? Bro, I'm just being me. I'm not at work, you're at work. You want to be somewhere else, I don't. That's the secret to life, the key to life. The science of getting rich says the secret to life is doing what you want to do. That is it. So if your secret, if you want to just chill at mom's house on the fucking couch, worried, good. You're a success. You did it. What is he saying there? You can be anything you want to be. You can do anything. It's been planted in you. That seed is there right now. That's it, man. I'm going to cut you, YouTube. Go get this shit, man. Come on, Money Flow gang. Come on, man. Come on, man. Get the budget right. And that's, see, sometimes people think that's a message of scarcity. Man, I'm not talking about cutting back. I wear a fucking Rolex. I'm talking about investing time and money to get shit like this. Which means for a period of time, you might have to do a little bit of suffering. That's why you see me work for 22 days straight. Why? I'm trying to get some money, baby, because I want to buy Uber. And then I take a break. And then next month it might be something else. It might be this shit. I'll be on vacation. I might buy an Airbnb. I'm just about it, man. Rolling money forward, trying to get mine, trying to grow, trying to expand. Can I get a better deal? Can I flip this? Can I buy this? Could I correct something on this? And it's just this big fucking game of chess, man. Big fucking game of chess. But the average guy doesn't have a working model of prosperity. He only has a model of work and debt itself. But don't be that guy, man. God bless you.